the royal garden blooms under the sun, a testament to nature's splendor and royal care. At the heart of the garden stands a majestic apple tree, its branches draped with ripe, golden fruit. The king gazes upon the tree, his face illuminated with pride. A diligent royal gardener meticulously tends to the royal treasure. Each apple glistens like a jewel, a symbol of the kingdom's wealth and prosperity. In the quiet of the garden, nature's bounty is celebrated. Each golden apple a promise of continued fortune. Sunlight floods the royal palace, the air alive with dancing dust motes. The royal gardener stands before the king, his hands clasped nervously. "Your Majesty, I regret to inform you that one of the royal apples is missing." Rage flares in the king's eyes, his face reddening with fury. Under the cloak of night, the royal gardener warily roams the garden, his lantern painting the rose bushes with ghostly light. He clutches his pruning shears tightly, as if bracing for an unseen foe. A shimmer in the air marks the spot where an apple vanishes from a branch, defying explanation. His eyes widen with a mix of fear and determination as he stares at the empty branch. In the opulent royal palace, the royal gardener stands, his worry palpable as he wrings his hands. He somberly reports to the king about the latest theft. Another apple vanished from the royal tree. The king listens, his face growing redder with each word. The king's fury erupts as he slams his fist onto the throne's armrest, his voice booming with authority. The king declares, "I will not tolerate this any longer." He commands, "Summon a guard. I want that tree protected day and night. Understand?" Under the cloak of night, the royal garden sleeps, bathed in the moon's gentle glow. A lone gourd stands vigilant beneath the boughs of the golden apple tree, a silent guardian. His silhouette, a stark contrast against the silvered night, embodies unwavering resolve. In the tranquil garden, he is the watchful sentinel, the protector of secrets. The royal garden slumbers under the moon's gentle gaze, its manicured lawns gleaming silver. Cloaked in shadow, the guard stands watchful, a silent sentinel in the tranquil night. A sudden rustle shatters the stillness, drawing the guard's gaze upward. Perched on a branch, a golden bird glows with an ethereal light, its feathers shimmering in the moonlight. The golden bird pecks at a ripe apple, its radiant presence a stark contrast to the garden's quiet. The guard watches, his figure a silhouette against the moonlit garden as the golden bird continues its feast. Under the cloak of night, an arrow flies, aimed at the golden bird. The arrow misses its mark as the golden bird gracefully evades danger. The golden bird ascends higher, disappearing into the vast darkness. A single, shimmering golden feather drifts gently from the heavens. The golden feather floats softly to the earth. In the grand hall of the royal palace, a solitary guard approaches, his armor gleaming under the watchful eyes of the kingdom. The guard presents a single golden feather to the king. The king, seated upon his throne, receives the offering, his gaze drawn to its radiant glow. A commanding decree echoes through the hall as the king declares, "I want the bird itself, Inside the magnificent royal palace where the king, seated upon his throne, the great hall was filled with courtiers and nobles, their whispers filling the air. King's voice reverberates through the hall. I hereby announce a great reward for anyone who can capture the golden bird. A brave young man steps forward, his eyes shining with unwavering resolve. The brave young man declares, I volunteer for this mission, Your Majesty. The courtiers and nobles exchange glances, a mixture of doubt and curiosity swirling among them. King regards the brave young man, a glimmer of hope flickering in his eyes. Beneath a canopy of emerald leaves, the brave young man advances into the silent forest, his purpose unwavering. Sunlight dances through the thick leaves, painting the forest floor with shifting shadows. With each step, his resolve deepens, etched clearly on his determined face. He strides forward, driven by an unseen force, his path leading into the heart of the unknown. Sunlight filters through the forest canopy as a brave young man journeys along a winding path. He pauses, his gaze drawn to a fox sitting serenely by the path. The fox's eyes gleam with an uncanny intelligence, hinting at ancient wisdom. The fox speaks, its voice smooth and knowing. Greetings, young man. I sense you seek something. Perhaps I can offer guidance. Sunlight streams through the forest canopy, illuminating the fox as it confronts the brave young man. The fox's eyes gleam, foretelling challenges ahead as it warns. The path ahead leads to a palace with golden doors. The fox continues its warning, its tone deepening with urgency. Be warned, young man, you will be tempted to make a trade. With a final, crucial piece of advice, the fox stresses, do not exchange the cages. The forest holds its breath, the fox's words hanging in the air as the brave young man faces his uncertain destiny. Under the cloak of night, a village awakens to the arrival of the brave young man. Distant and majestic, the palace beckons, its golden doors gleaming with promise. The village stirs with anticipation, the palace doors reflecting dreams of glory. The brave young man pauses, his gaze drawn to the golden doors that stand as a beacon in the night. The golden doors shimmer, a silent invitation to destiny. As dawn breaks, the palace awakens in a soft, golden light. A lone figure, the brave young man, moves stealthily through the shadows. Unseen, he slips past the guards, each breath measured, each step precise. He pauses, a silhouette against the first rays of sunlight. Treasures glitter within, promising untold riches to the daring. The brave young man halts before the palace's golden doors, his resolve momentarily faltering. He stands before the imposing entrance, the weight of his decision pressing heavily on his shoulders. He hesitates, the fox's ominous warning echoing in his mind. Doubt clouds his expression as he remembers the fox's cautionary words. The golden doors loom large, symbols of both opportunity and peril. He steels himself, drawing strength from the memory of the fox's warning. As dawn breaks in the palace, the brave young man enters, his gaze immediately drawn to a simple cage. Within the cage, the golden bird glows, a beacon of light amidst the palace's grandeur. Beside it, an untouched, ornate golden cage sits, hinting at choices and unspoken expectations. The brave young man advances cautiously, his footsteps echoing in the silent chamber. He pauses, his eyes reflecting a deep contemplation as he decides which cage to approach. Inside the grand palace at dawn, the brave young man battles internal conflict, his brow a canvas of concentration and doubt. Memories of the fox's enigmatic advice flood his mind, heightening the tension of his pivotal decision. With a resolute nod, he steels his resolve, every muscle tense with determination. He firmly grasps the cage, the golden bird, within a symbol of his unwavering commitment to the task at hand. As dawn breaks, the brave young man stealthily exits the palace, a golden cage in hand. The guards remain unaware, lost in the embrace of their morning slumber. The golden bird's feathers shimmer as the brave young man continues his escape. The cage, now fully exposed to the morning light, glows with an otherworldly radiance. The brave young man glances back at the silent palace, a mix of determination and apprehension on his face. He turns and strides forward, the golden bird a beacon in the dawning world. Through the dense forest, the brave young man journeys, a tiny cage swinging gently from his grip. The golden bird sings softly, its melody weaving through the trees. Sunlight filters through the canopy as the brave young man continues his trek. The forest path stretches ahead, promising a journey home. The brave young man strides into the village, his footsteps cutting through the expectant silence. His gaze sweeps across the square, searching for a sign of the promised reward. A hopeful glint sparks in his eyes as he anticipates the recognition he deserves. The village square holds its breath, awaiting the unfolding of destiny. Echoes of his footsteps fade, leaving only the anticipation of what is to come. In the opulent hall of the royal palace, the brave young man strides forward, a golden promise held in his hands. The king, weathered by time and power, awaits on his throne, his gaze drawn to the radiant offering. The brave young man approaches the throne, hands outstretched to present the luminous bird. The king's face lights up, a childlike wonder battling with royal avarice as he beholds the bird. A glint of desire fills the king's eyes, the golden bird sparking a silent promise of untold riches. Inside the grand royal palace, the king's benevolent presence fills the hall with warmth. Sunlight bathes the scene as the brave young man kneels before the king, hope shining in his eyes. The king gestures towards a heavy, ornate chest, promising untold riches. Gleaming gold coins spill from the chest, catching the light and igniting dreams of fortune. The palace windows frame the scene as sunlight streams through, illuminating the future. In the heart of the royal garden, sunlight weaves through the leaves of the golden apple tree, bathing the scene in a magical glow. A golden bird rests peacefully in its ornate cage, a jewel amidst the splendor. The king's admiration deepens as he observes the bird, a silent acknowledgement of its majestic presence. The golden bird in cage. With deliberate care, the king lifts the cage, his movements precise and gentle. The golden bird was carried in a cage toward the golden apple tree, where its glittering fruits hung heavily from the branches. The king carefully positions the cage, uniting the bird and the tree in a harmonious tableau of gold. The royal garden at night, cloaked in shadows, awaits the sorrowful melody. From within the darkness, the golden bird begins its mournful song, each note weaving through the night. The song echoes through the garden, a lament that touches the very soul. The golden apples, once radiant, now seem to dim, reflecting the sorrow in the air. The light that once danced upon them fades, mirroring the fading hope. The garden is silent. The song of the golden bird lingers, a poignant reminder of what is lost. The king sits upon his throne, a lonely figure amidst a mountain of treasures. Gold glitters, yet it fails to fill the void in his heart. A golden bird sings a beautiful melody, a stark contrast to the king's insatiable greed. The song echoes through the palace, amplifying the king's profound discontent.